Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We have this, the energies in Pisces, right? And we had that new moon in Pisces a couple of days ago. So, very emotional, I would say. Lots of emotional release been happening also within me and around me. And also people, you know, I can see lashing out, right? Because, yeah, we're transforming. I mean, our body, our DNA, I mean, our energy, our light body also is growing, right? You know, things are changing because of the event, change in consciousness and the ascension, the organic ascension that, you know, it's been happening and it's transpiring now with the stellar activations. So people are going through all kinds of physical issues, right? And emotional, mental, and of course on that soul level, spiritual level as well. So for me, yeah, just the inner cry, right? And so some grievance. Remember, we don't do it only on that personal level, but also on that collective level and planetary level. And of course, it goes back to our also galactic history. You know, back then the exposure of the 12D gate, Armathena, and so on, and this whole galactic wars going on, right, for millions of years. So yeah, this is super stellar event here, and we are having super stellar activations. I posted some pictures on my Facebook, Yana Kalai or Yana Sibinska. Just the, you know, the galactics are here, the plasma light activation, right? The solar flares, you know, we're being really inundated with those plasma lights, photonic lights. So the change, the transformation, so everything of the old needs to go. So please honor that. I'll go over some, again, things with the Ascension protocol, PTSD Time to Heal from Kathy O'Brien, and I can touch also on those 13 principles of Lisa Renee. It's a lot of information. Kind of wishing that the information was studied at the law school, the universal laws, right, the 13 principles, and really start understanding our multidimensionality, because that's where we're heading even, you know, and our originality is like 12 strands of DNA, right? Even from the harmonic universe number 5 or 4, right? I mean, the 5, that's the solar rishis and so on, but now we're going to the harmonic universe number 2, right? Soul connection, consciousness expansion, guys. On Ascension glossary, Lisa Renee, right? This is all perfectly explained here, right? The harmonic universes and the cosmology, the universal time matrix, the 15 dimensions, right? With the 12 dimensions. So this is perfectly here explained. Those who are interested in the guardian materials and you know, who are the Starseeds, the Indigo, the spiritual warriors, the truth seekers, empath sensitives, highly evolved souls, right? And I'm pretty much dealing with those who were highly abused and violated, whether in the military or in a government, right? Doing the Christ work, and that they were really beaten down, right? And really been treated in a very hostile way. I experienced it the same way, coming out with a project, right, for the military, the yoga, and so on. And what is it, you know, all these backlash and, you know, all these psychic or psychotron attacks from the psychotronic weapons. I didn't even know what that is, right? So there was all kind of energy thing going on where messing up with my aura, my energy field, right? The electrocution by those tall grays, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, come on, you know, where is this coming from? How come I was not informed, right? So, so talking about the project paperclip, and you guys, the treaties with the Greys or with the Orion group, right? Or with the Nazis. The Nazis came over here after World War II, and all these experimentations going on in those, whether the underground military bases, and, you know, the entire infrastructure was infiltrated by them. Yeah, whether starting NASA in the, and, you know, the politicians and the government. Anyway, guys, so it's been going on a lot. Also, I work with the polarity integration. So with me, and I am a shadow worker, just letting you know, guys, we are looking at the darkness, or we plunge into the darkness in a very intense way, so we can see how that feels, have all these experiences, decode everything, right? Because we're here to correct all these anti-life, anti-Christ codes, right? The Metatronic reversals, okay? From that Phantom Matrix, even the Wisadek Matrix or Wisadrek, okay, the Visa matrix. Okay, so there's a lot of information actually helped me. What helped me, I studied Lisa Renee's newsletter since 2016, okay, and now also with the information from Ashayana, right, the Guardians from her book Voyages, you know, so that was just perfect kind of putting all these dots together and how to talk about those kind of things, right? The words, the terminology. I actually started about Ascension, organic ascension, started with Lisa Transcendence Brown and her book Reawakening to Reawakening to Remembering. Okay, we're actually reawakening ourselves, you know, what we forgot because we went through that blank slate technology, the black hole technology of those negative ones. And again, guys, my video is not for everybody. Here we talk about the negative aliens, right? Esoterica, Mystica, Exopolitics, Metaphysica, as also the power of the mind, because I'm extremely mental, okay? And so, well, I'm not saying like it fascinated me, but it's just like how in the world, this whole mind control, how it operates, how it works, and especially in the military, even though I noticed all these things back in my country, Eastern Europe, right, with this whole regime there, and then in family, right, closest people, family, how just people, the way they think or the, you know, it's different, right? And, I was encouraging my DNA parents at the time. I was telling them, guys, this is how you think about me. It has nothing to do with me, right? But again, because of the spell and black magic, witchcrafting, and all these kind of things, right? Just people just constantly projecting whatever it needs to be transformed, transmuted from within them, right? And then parents, so-called, in that Bible, right, they're the gods. So you just listen, you don't say anything, right? So all this entitlement and, you know, abuse of power, just, you know, in a family, right? Then your relationships. And then the biggest one was in the military. This is, again, what I've experienced. So guys, only take what resonates with you, right? I'm sharing knowledge and, you know, wisdom or information based on direct experiences through my soul signature, energy signature, through my filters, right? Through my, through my operational system. Those are my perceptions. So how you guys then interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality, and what you do with it is your responsibilities, because yeah, we're very powerful co-creators with a divine, right? We're watching our thoughts and feelings and emotions. So because that's how we create our realities, right? And so if we are the co-creators, I mean, if we want to change, you know, create a reality, or we want to be happy, right, we have to change it from within, and nobody is going to do it for us, and not even sometimes money will not help you, right? And demanding from, you know, people, you gotta be this way, and changing the outside and changing the external circumstances, again, that's the ego, that's the projection, right? That's the negativity, right? That's the pain body that is telling us, hey, we need to embrace that we need to acknowledge that, and then we need to heal it through forgiveness, right? Invoking the violet flame, and through being compassionate witness, right? Just witness, just observe, don't engage. So we need to hold the core, being that 0-point balance, divine neutrality, okay? So guys, that's what I've been talking about it for quite some time. I remember since 2000, was it 18, or I would say 19, when I was still in New York, right? So that's, you know, I have to walk my talk. So I'm happy that I can, you know, talk about this all the time. And because I see the power of it. The power is within. And I see how just watching, observing, being in your heart, transmuting the negativity. We talk about the Pisces, right? The 2 fish right now we have. So let's shine the light so bright, so then we can help the fish, right, that it's still in the darkness, you know, we can help the fish to reawaken and then merge together. That's the polarity integration, guys, okay? That's like, then we appreciate all the experiences of the darkness, because we grow, we evolve, we have the pearls of wisdom. Same thing about the gender split, right? And, you know, you're a guy or you're a girl, you know, so all these, you know, distortion, how we should behave and how we should look, right? And all this transgender thing going on and so on. So again, the soul is genderless, right? Or, you know, the angels, I mean, us in a higher dimensions, right? The avatar self, you know, we are androgynous. And here again, we're integrating the divine masculine with the divine feminine, right? Just bringing it together into your heart, into your center, so the inner child can be reborn, right? That's the truth and joy and happiness. So again, I talk about, you know, in symbology, all these kind of things. I work energetically, vibrationally. So this is not for everybody, for my tribe, my soul group, people who resonate with it, who flow with it. Okay. So, and again, only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Don't take things personally. Again, if you do, then, you know, embrace it, you know, write down what really triggers you, because, you know, we are here to grow, to learn, to expand our consciousness, right? And we came here also with a specific assignment and mission. And how are we going to get out of that falseness, that false matrix, right? Through our mission, you know, through our project, humanitarian project. Talk about the Ascension protocol for the new earth, right? That I have for the warriors, guys in the military, right? Whether for the veterans, but of course I'm dealing with the high-ranking military officers, you know, whether you know, they're humans, non-humans, you know, the aliens or ET extraterrestrials, right? The shape-shifting, you know, they're using all kinds of tricks and lies and deceptions. Those are the fallen archangels, Anu Elohim, the Anunnaki, right? Then we talk about the Dracos, the Draconians, the Draconis, Alpha Draconis, okay? And then also we talk about the whether it's the reptilians and the zetas, okay? So the aliens, negative aliens with their negative alien agenda. And then we have the Galactic Federation, the good ETs, benevolent ETs, trying to harmonize all these energies, even harmonize, you know, that nanotechnology in those jabs, you know, so we can flush them out and start feeling our true divinity, our true divine essence, and the energies, whether from the sun, right, and from the galactic core, they're here. So I feel like even, you know, this morning when I woke up, just being that crystalla, being that crystal spiral, okay, and just watching and observing and being surrounded by those, you know, crystalline energies. And you know, it was such a liberating and very you know, very blissful feeling of that freedom, of that liberation, of that moksha. And, you know, the forgiveness, just being compassionate, you know, it all comes within, because who we really are to judge somebody if we didn't walk in that person's shoes, right? And Yahshua even was saying, right, know yourself and be free. Right? And even like the forgiveness, right? Well, forgive your enemies. I mean, you know, just don't judge it. Just, oh, thank you for the experience. Oh, thank you. You know, this, I'm perceiving this. It's showing me this. I'm seeing things from different angles, right? I can expand my consciousness. It hurts, but I go with it, right? I go with the flow. I feel the pain. And through that inner power and using spiritual tools, I can transmute all that. So it's really nice kind of play here, right? From that ego game, let's switch to the playfulness with the cosmos, with the universe, lila, right? That's again the Indian word and the Sanskrit, okay? And the liberation, moksha. So you know, it is really interesting, you know, interesting play. And yeah, and right now, you know, in those kind of low densities, right, this is very it can be a dangerous game as well. So we have to pray for everybody and just be nice to each other, expressing our truth with loving kindness, right? Praying for peace all over the world, doing the transmutational world. That's how we are freeing ourselves, freeing our souls from that negativity, from that falseness, from that phantom matrix, you guys. So I think this is how the way to go. So welcome, my beloveds. Let's do with some protection, right? That's the invoking of the violet flame, and we can do some chanting. Ka-ra-ya-sa-ta-ala crystal, right? Those are the original sound tones here for 12 strands of DNA, angelic, divine, luminous beings. So because we're going back to that original divine blueprint, okay, of those angelic races having direct connection to God, to source, with that crystalla heart, right, and the plasma light body. So this is how we were designed, you know, how we were pretty much how we were built, or, you know, with the best of the best DNAs, you know, the babies of the universe. That's how we were composed, you know. Remember, we're 99.9% energy, 0.1% matter. So the sound, right, the sound, frequency, vibration, guys, listening to the solfeggio tones, or just right? So just to kind of remember that we are energy, right? And this physical vessel, right, we're purifying it, right? Very important to purify it. You know, drinking distilled water and eating superfood, organic fruits and vegetables, or just fasting, right? Very important. We can bring the divine energies, right, from cosmos here to this physical dimension. So we can help with the ascension process, the organic ascension, right, with the enlightenment. So that's how we are then of service and doing God's work, God's will. Not my will, but done be done. So there's a lots of sacrifice, surrender, right? Surrendering is very important, and then being of divine service. So make sure again you're comfortable, and focusing on breath, chi, prana, energy. Guys, just again, if you feel stress, a little bit of stress, something is bothering you, triggering you, deep inhalation, deep exhalation, you can just release it, right? Just let go, let God, just kind of allow that divine flow to flow through you and through that breath, for that breath work, a pranayama, 8 steps of yoga. Talk about it, right? You can just center yourself and you can harmonize those energies and balance yourself. Very important to walk the middle path, right? The yellow brick road. Again, divine neutrality is so important. Just calming yourself with this long deep inhalation, long deep exhalation, long deep exhalation, right? Just feeling your heart's brain, which is 1,000 times more powerful than the brain in our mind, in our head. And I already see the violet flame, right? Encircle yourself with these energies of that sacred violet flame. Thank you, Saint Germain. You can invite or help Ascended Master Saint Germain to help you cleanse your body, your aura, your energy field, your emotional body, mental body, and your spiritual body, right? It's a 4-body system here. Ask, you know, for help for that cleansing, releasing all the, whether the negativity, stress, and tension, all the blockages, the miasma, the karma, the dharma, the dogma, the conditioning, the old programming, the MK Ultra, right? The mind control. Just feel how this is all dissolving and it's all being released. And you're becoming lighter and lighter and lighter, right? So that energy goes back to source, right? And from there, right, we're creating space to bring that Christ consciousness energies back into our aura, energy, body, our chakras, our physical body, right? We have to ground those energies of unconditional love here. You're walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion. That's the 5D protocol from people from Talos in the inner earth. They already achieved the ascension into the 5th dimension, the remnants of Lemuria, right? Opening our Lemurian heart, higher heart, and also freeing ourselves from that mind control so we can connect to that mind from Atlantis, that universal mind, the mind of God. And just feel the superpower. It's how you're empowering yourself through those energies that belong to us, to that divine angelic human beings with 12 strands of DNA. Just feel the protection, the love of Holy Mother, Holy Father. Connect yourself to the cosmic heart of Father, Mother God, and of course to the crystalline core of Mother Earth. Making those sacred connections each and every day. You feel blessed, you feel empowered, you feel whole and complete. Karaya Santa Allah, 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 Karaya Santa Alam, 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 Karaya Santa Allah, 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 Karaya Sata 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 Allah. Cristal, Cristalla, Christ, Christ consciousness, Christ Sophia consciousness. This is our divine, original blueprint, of our structure, of our DNA, of our architecture. All the chromosomes, mitochondria. Everything is now crystalline, restructuring to its original order, divine order. We're crystal beings, crystal plasma light beings. Omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Crystal, cristalla. With that crystal, crystalline Merkaba around us, within us. We're activating a light body, crystalline light body, plasma light body, with its original divine blueprint. Co-creating with the divine, loving co-creation under the law of one, with free will. That's how we were designed. I'm God, I'm sovereign, I'm free. I am that I am. And so it is. Just stay in that luminosity as long as you like. Just bathe in those energies of unconditional love. Holy Mother, we love you. Holy Mother, we thank you. I'm being grateful. Well, I can stay like this even longer, but okay, so I'm just, oh my God, the energy is pure love, unconditional love. And the light codes, I mean, everything is being restructured, corrected, the dark matter, the sound, that's the electromagnetic field, right? I mean, for the sound, the magnetosphere, the hemisphere, the heliosphere, the ionosphere, and the energies are here, the energies of those higher dimensions. Ooh, so let me see, guys. Oh yeah, the divine intervention. The divine intervention. Oh yeah, that's why I just reached out for the new Earth jurisdiction, the Galactic Codex implementation, natural laws, and the abuse and violence. I mean, just being enormous, unfathomable, right? You can also read that, study that in that treaty that. That's the introduction for the new jurisdiction. That's my credo. Okay, again, this is my creation, guys. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Also, I may start sooner or later like asking even for little donations. I feel it's time for me to just kind of be asking about it because you know, at the where is it, the plasma light activation with the Shekinah light, I mean the crystal light codes, the magenta, the love of the Holy Mother is here. So if, guys, it helps you a little bit, you know, it would be nice if I receive some donations. Of course, I understand that people don't use PayPal or, you know, putting their credit card there. I know it's very tricky, can be tricky, but at the same time know that you're protected, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And so that's why the 12D shielding, right? And also, guys, today is Sunday, the Unity meditation with Center Walter. So I'll go over some of that stuff, kind of not quickly, but you know, I want to again do the 11 meditation. I already did 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and then 2 p.m. and then of course I need to go to work. Again, I'm just supporting myself so I can pay my rent. But really, the real work that I want to do, this is what I'm doing, sharing all this information with you. I know it can be overwhelming. It's too much, you know, too much information. I love to be informed. I love to know. I love to understand. So, and I've been in that darkness and being attacked for so long, you know. So, it's time for us to thrive and to be and to do the mission, right? Our soul purpose. Asking ourselves who we are, why did we come here to this planet, what is our mission, or what are our gifts and talents, so then we can be of service, right? But the inner work is so important, right? To healing ourselves, transforming our shadow, and then synthesizing it so then we are whole again, complete, and that's how we are there and serving others. So so don't forget about, you know, the Galactic Codex, asking ETs for help, right? But again, the interconnection, right? Just feel the momentum, right? With Marina Jacobi, Quantum Manifestation, she teaches that. Even that was yesterday, her webinar talking about Ashayana, right? Where did we come from? Our original true history, divine human history, galactic history, right? So the guardian was the guardian material, so study that. So that's kind of what I really resonate with. How do you want to be treated, right? That's the golden rule, right? The law of response. So that's how we treat others. At the same time, those who are the transformers, right? I know I deal with Satanism, Luciferianism. I mean, you have to learn how to either harmonize those energies, balance those energies. Again, Lisa Rainey, she's an expert on, you know, the demonology, Satanism. She she wrote blocks on it, and she has all kinds of healing techniques or modalities, how to transmute that, how to deal with those energies, right? The inner work, or writing things down, right? That's I have some actually. Let me see, from Kathy O'Brien. I mean, the way she was abused and violated and nobody was there to help her. The same thing with the military, with the young guys, veterans. I mean, of course, if they want to keep the status quo, that's fine. And then, of course, they're afraid of, you know, the high-ranking military officers who are the Draconis and, you know, who are the Anunnaki, because they have black hole technology, psychotronic weapons, you know, exotic weapons. So I understand that. But here I'm just creating, you know, this platform. Step by step, momentum by momentum, fractal by fractal, right? Same thing happened, you know, because it happened to me. What in the world? All these violence, all this torture, you know, all this programming, all these the electrocution, right? I mean, you know, the black magic, you know, the black magic, where in the world is coming from, right? And I didn't know anything about the MC, right? MC Hammer. I mean, you know, that's the Marines. You know, I don't come from a military country, so for me everything was kind of new, you know. I was confused, and you know, it's like I didn't know that that's the programming, you know, of the Nephilim, actually, that, and running the Metatronic reversals, right? The Death Star, and based in mathematics of the Draconis, and that's, you know, yeah, from the Phantom Matrix, the Wisa Matrix, and that's what is done to those guys, right? With this boom, boom, boom thing, right? With the nanobots, the CCP stuff going on, and you know, the agenda of the negative ones, and the Archons, and, you know, the Chimera group. I mean, I didn't know any of that stuff. That's why I'm sharing all this craziness with you. So time to, you know, claim our power back, right? Resurrect all these energies. And here we have divine intervention, implementing the Galactic Codex. We've been dealing with those aliens with their highly advanced technology, and we are here driving a car or going to work, paying taxes for them so they can do more, create more wars, you know, like now in East, right? That's the Russia, Ukraine, and all these bioweapons and biolabs there in Ukraine. I was in Mukachevo, Ukraine, almost 25 years ago. I know the poverty, how people operate, stray dogs on the street, and of course people kill them, and, you know, they make some food out of it so they can eat, right? I went to a market there, you know, people just throwing stuff, meat on the floor, everything dirty. And of course, before I got back, you know, I got my infection. I had diarrhea or something, like, oh my God, my friend who worked for IKEA as well, then I'm helping her to come from Ukraine to Czech Republic, to Prague, right? And, you know, she's a very powerful, very beautiful Ukrainian woman, yeah. And young, yeah, we were young, right? We were just, what, like early 20s, not even that, like early 20, 21, 20, 22, early, you know, early 20s, right? So she comes, and, you know, the first thing she does, she gets with some kind of guys from Middle East who wants to then marry her. So, you know, the mafia, right? The Ukraine mafia, or the Russian mafia, I mean, you know, so... Om Namah Shivaya. That's why the inner work, guys, the inner work, and you know, helping each other. I can see, yeah, helping each other, supporting each other. I mean, those who can, who are ready. I mean, I'll do my best. I do whatever I can, but it's not easy to do those things, you know, alone by myself. But I know I have to harmonize these energies, you know, the negative ego, right? And the mentality in the military, the mind control, the MK Ultra, what the Nazi did, you know, these experimentations on American population. They did incredible job. But at the same time, you know, with their highly advanced technologies, I mean, whether the fluoride in the water, I mean, you know, Agent Orange, and with the chemtrails, they're being they have factories, what, on Moon or Mars, doing all these things and dealing with the Zetas. I mean, from Zeta Reticuli, or the Regulus star system, the Draconis, the Zeta Draconis reptilians, extremely dangerous species. So we need to be informed. That's why, right, I have the book Negative the Alien Races from Elena Danan, right? So guys, you know, educate yourself, self-study. That's why 8 steps of yoga, right? I teach that. I talk about it all the time, how important that is. So, and so the law of divine oneness, the law of unity, the law of structure, right? You know, we're all created from the mind of God, you know, the force field, the golden liquid light, prana, chi. And we exist within this field of mind energy, and so we're one with it. So there's, you know, how do we escape or run away? We don't want to face people. We don't want to talk to them. And yeah, in some, you know, there's a moment we need to separate ourselves. Like, I'm not attached with my DNA family. Time for them to grow up, right? Constantly projecting and, you know, constantly, oh, the showing fingers. And then, you know, I'm the one who is the, you know, the black sheep or the doormat and the evil thing. I'm allowing that a little bit still to my boss, you know, at the spa. That's where I'm working, just doing cleaning, okay? Because I need a little bit of that financial support so I can, you know, kind of exist here in this 3D world. But, you know, working on this project for the military, right? I mean, telling me that I need to go to New York, you know, Galactic Federation, Ashta Command. So I have to see how things unfold, and I have to synchronize those energies, harmonize those energy, balance those energies. So doing lots of inner work, meditation, and then sharing that wisdom with you guys. And, you know, hopefully that helps, you know, but, you know, we're the ones, right, creating our own reality. We're the ones who are responsible for our lives and for everything, right? So very careful what we are thinking, our thoughts, right? Watch your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, right? Because to access the universal mind, we have to have that calmness, peace within ourselves, right? Peace that passes all understanding, and being in the now and present moment, extremely important. And to co-create with the divine, we use high quality of thoughts, visualizations, and language, right? To bring the heaven on earth, right? Through the right use of the connection with the infinite one, with the quantum field, force field of oneness, guys. And then the law of one, right? So all things, all of life, all of creation is part of that one original thought. And in a state of singleness or oneness, polarities are harmonized, complexities are simplified, paradoxes have solutions. So that's why don't, you know, like talking about negative stuff or, you know, expressing ourselves in a negative way, unless you have a solution, don't do that, right? Here we go. That's Kathy O'Brien. She was a sex slave, right? In a White House. So write out your memory. You have to reintegrate them. Exercise free thought, right? Explore core philosophical questions. Who am I? You know? And be strong in yourself. All is within. So, pull your head out of your past. That's what she's saying. Start helping people, right? Start to live your life. Deprogram all the rules and conditioning of that 3D matrix, that phantom matrix, okay? So out of that mind control into free thinking, free thoughts. It means connect to the mind of God through that peace that is deep within your heart. Okay, in order to, you know, exit the society, socially engineer it. So again, write out all the repressed memory. You have to write it down to release it from your cellular density. Again, her partner, her husband, right, Mark Phillips, he was a neuroscientist and he was an insider, and he helped her. He rescued her and her daughter, and they wrote the book Transformation of America, right? And then of course she wrote that little brochure, PTSD Time to Heal. And so it does require some work. Or you can just color mandalas, you know, or just be on the sun. I have to go to the beach and meditate and start dancing, singing, drumming, right? Drum it out, singing it out. So here, write it out here. Reclaim control over your mind, body, soul, and life. And really know your values. What are your values? What are your embody the soul virtues? Very important, right? Like for me, self-worth is extremely important. I mean, being Taurus, but at the same time, my moon in Leo, the self-love was so automatic for me. And then, you know, you see DNA family, you see, you sign contracts on that soul level with these people. They're so-called give you life. No, they gave me this DNA technology, okay? And then they showing you what you are not. Right? But again, we came here to end the cycle of the black magic, right? We're here on a mission, right? Just to kind of end the cycle of this torture, of the violence, of the mind control, of the tyranny, and then all the lies and deceptions of those satanists, Luciferians in those higher places, right? Politics, military. Look at the abuse of power and authority in those highest places. Come on. That's all needs to be brought to divine justice, right? We're implementing the Galactic Codex. Again, guys, you can read that in that new Earth jurisdiction, Galactic Codex, Codex implementation, natural laws, and so on. So, and we're also here to learn our lesson, learn from your life lessons. So rise above the social engineering with truth that makes us free. Peaceful non-compliance, okay? Heal from your past and gather your strength from within. Guys, Kingdom of Heaven is within Yeshua. He's been saying it for, or you know that, for whether all these years or, more than 2,000 years ago, really. So I am in this world, but not out of it. Nobody outside of me can save me, right? Even though I want some advice, I want some healing, I want some love, right? But again, you are the love. You are this loving energy. The loving energy is within you. Going to that sacred chamber of your heart. That's where the altar is. That's where you can go and pray and meditate. And move forward in harmony with your life's purpose. Okay, so that's some notes. That was from the Kathy O'Brien, right? We have to relearn how to think. The logic side, that's the left side. The imaginable side, the dream, as the right brain. I talk about also like organizing your home house so your thoughts can be organized. I think she even mentioned it in her little book. Clean your house, take a walk, exercise your brain. I do chanting, positive affirmation, listening to solfeggio tones. She even talks about the medical cannabis is beneficial to relax your mind, right? So healing from the trauma or deprogramming. Write out your memory for like 21 days. Don't share it with anybody. Don't verbalize it. Don't discuss it. Healing comes from within, having patience, change your hologram, like change your thinking, like from that negative to positive. You will know how easier it will get once you increase the light quotient in your heart, in your body, in your mind, in your soul. Good nutrition, superfood. Like I love food. And being on the sun. That's what keeps me going, guys. And chanting, doing my morning and evening meditation, just feeling those energies, the energies of love. That's what really keeps me going and makes me extremely happy. And because then when you write out your memory, she's saying your brain becomes like a blank slate, and you will learn actually how to think. You're open to new thought patterns in your consciousness, right? Embodying the Christ of your consciousness. I do it with the invocation of the violet flame. Just imagine it circling through every cell, every part of your body, every organ. You fill yourself with head to toe with that violet flame. And then it's just the transmutation, right? It's just releasing the dross, the stuck energy, the blockages, the miasma. And then it leaves space for new energy to come. So embody the Christ Sophia consciousness, right? So bring that energy of that unconditional love. And the color is the golden, liquid, platinum, diamond light. So this is kind of what works for me, right? The metaphysical stuff, again, it's not for everybody. Just only take what resonates with you. She talks about the brain games, assist us with expanding our consciousness as well, and start thinking critically, right? Because those guys, the military, the direct programming with all these walkie-talkie, with all these devices in their brain, right? And being chipped, and the brain is being microwaved, whether it's from 5G, radio frequency, right? This is a huge, big operation. That's why I need the Galactics to be here online to move forward with my project, talking about unity, community in unity with ETs, with their highly advanced technology, but they're here to clean the environment, to clean the atmosphere, to clean the ocean, to clean the soil, right? And help us to deprogram. Those guys need a huge, big deprogramming. And but it's you know, it's difficult because the mind is spinning reversals. And so many people I can see even around and even at work, so-called massage therapists, you know, with all these addictions, right? You know, you have all kinds of you know, entities, I mean, hooked to your mind, and all kinds of devices, you know, from chemtrails, the nanobots, the nanites, you know, it's just, and this is not fair. That's what we're talking about, exposing it, right? But at the same time, no, the power comes from within, and with loving kindness, we can overcome all that. So, okay, so these are the notes from Kathy O'Brien, guys. I wanted to, of course, you know, just kind of, you know, repeat that, you know, the Ascension protocol, right? The 12D shield, unity meditation, quantum manifestation protocol, Marina Jacobi, the 5D protocol from Telos, balancing karma through nutrition for Ascension, that's by Agenda Pixie, Galactic Codex, 8 steps of yoga, Ayurveda cooking, chakra clearing through music, solfeggio tones, chanting, japa mantra meditation, okay, watching chick fairy tales, I mean, or something really beautiful, you know, something very inspirational, beautiful, soft, gentle. And then, of course, understanding the universal laws, bringing the divine justice here, right? So, we did the PTSD time to heal, okay? And the New Earth Society with its fair jurisdiction and military branches, right? Space Force, because we're galactic, we're going interstellar, we're going quantum, and it's all about now truth, integrity, fairness, and unity. So, we have to, I guess, either relearn all that, okay? So the deprogramming is a huge, big deal. Guys, 13 principles of natural laws. I may just go a little bit over it. I think I have to go. I have to meditate. I have the meditation going on with Sandra Walter. So let's just do the first law of mentalism. The universal law of mentalism correlates to the cosmic sovereign law of unity. Right? All things share a connection with the universal mind. And they are subjected to the law of structure. Oh, my friends are here. Oh, my goodness. They're going to the beach. Let me see. I have to finish this. So, let me see. Whether it is referred to the mind of God, the mind of all. So this is the pure consciousness of infinite intelligence that expresses its principle through natural laws, spiritual laws that govern our creation. Okay, so that's how we were created, through the natural laws, universal laws, right? With the best of the best DNA, okay? Christos founder races, okay? So that's, again, the guardian materials through Ashayana. So, yeah, those are my friends. So they'll be, I guess, going to the beach. Oh, my goodness. So, anyway. Yeah, so we are going back to our original divine blueprint, the active power of motion. Let me see, which takes direction from the instructions set forth and created from the mind. Guys, the power of the mind. We have to clear and purify our mind. Extremely important. And the quality of our thought, guys, you know. That which has been co-created within a system of energy such as a planetary consciousness. Everything that we observe in the manifested worlds are the result of a mental state, belief system that has preceded it. That's why all of the mind control, that's why all the programming, conditioning, and so on. Guys, I see you soon. I'm just finishing my video.
Yana, I didn't even see
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye. So, let me see. So when an individual observes the interaction of thoughts within thoughts and neutrally observe thoughts, guys, the divine neutrality, 0-point balance, okay, neutrally observes all thoughts and actions. This law begins to be understood and applied to personal well-being and spiritual growth. Instead of judging and, you know, this and that, right? The ego comes in, the programming, right? The mind control, the trauma-based mind control, and so on. Take a deep breath. Go into your heart, into your center. Ask for help. What is the Holy Holy Mother, or just center yourself, balance those energies. Go deep within your heart, bring your soul essence online. Just feel that harmony, okay? So everything has to be harmonized and rebalanced. So it is critical to master this law first in order to influence all other natural laws, as the mental plane has the ability to influence what happens in multiple dimensional planes all simultaneously. Our thoughts influence multiple planes within our light body and in the outer realities. They have an energetic effect as well as a spiritual effect, which we may not see with our visible eyes, but takes place in the subtle forces around us, permeating into multiple stations of identities and realities. Remember, we're multidimensional beings. So we never know, right, what is really happening on what plane, or what dimension. You know, guys, this is complex. So really knowing ourselves, taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves, forgiving ourselves, being compassionate, right, and being the compassionate witness with everything that happened to us, right, or that is happening to others. You know, all those, or the enemies, I mean, you know, they pretty much need lots of healing or deprogramming, just like, you know, we went through all that already, right, or, you know, kind of went through that healing process. So it's just like, okay, having an understanding, you know, being compassionate, having that understanding. By the same time, right, you have the 12D shielding, right? You know how do not absorb those energies, how to protect yourself. God, sovereign, free boundaries, right? Command your space, claim your power back. Very important. So guys, thoughts are things. They are the seeds from which our garden grows, and in order to change the harvest, we must plant new seeds. So many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.